Hi everyone, welcome back to another haul. It is January 18th and it's the first manga haul, comic haul, and book haul of the year, I do believe. Yeah, I don't think I've been bought comics, manga, and any type of books since last year, technically, since the year of 2025, so yeah, I do have a big haul today. We're gonna go through some Funkos, comics, manga, books, and a little video game haul. So yeah, I'm just gonna start off with what I got at Barnes & Nobles. The first item I'm gonna start is with this Kuromi Funko. It's a My Melody 50th anniversary and a Kuromi 20th anniversary. She is so cute. I absolutely love her. I think My Melody looks cute, but if you guys don't know, I'm a Kuromi person. I have a little whole Kuromi thing going on my desk, so she's definitely gonna go on my desk. And yeah, my partner actually bought this for me, so there were so many cool Funkos there at Barnes & Nobles, but she is honestly such a cutie, and I love her. Alright, the next item is the Twilight, the Twilight Saga Deluxe Edition. I've been wanting this series, or this specific Deluxe Edition for a long time. I originally wanted the White series, but ever since this edition came out, I just needed to have it. I'm not a huge hardcover person myself, but I knew I had to have it. I love the covers. I think it was really beautiful. And I think I only have Twilight and Eclipse, if I'm right. I have thrifted them a long time ago. And I've read like a couple pages of Twilight years ago, but I never really got to finish it. So I'm really excited to really start reading the series. So yeah, my partner also got me this. Yeah, it was 50% off, so I think it retails for like $140. And next thing I know, my partner has it on his hands, and it was like, yeah, we're getting it. And I was like, you don't have to. But yeah, it's such a pretty edition. I absolutely love it, so I'm excited for that. And yeah, I honestly don't even know where I'm gonna put this, so I definitely will have to make space somewhere, because this wasn't, I knew I eventually wanted this, but I just didn't come up with the plan of where I'm gonna put this, so definitely gonna have to find some sort of space for this. The next place we went to was Books A Million. So from Books A Millions, previously at Barnes & Nobles, I have noticed that they had Tokyo Revengers Funko Pops, which I knew was going to happen sometime in the future years ago, but I just didn't know when they were released, and I didn't know they were released, because usually when Funkos are released, I'm kind of in the loop, sort of, not really, but I think at Barnes & Nobles they only had Mikey, and you know, I would kind of want them eventually, but you guys know I love Takemichi, so I had to get Takemichi, and hopefully they release others like Chifuyu and Baji and all of them. So I think he's adorable. I had to have him, so when I saw him at Books A Million, I was so excited and so happy. So yeah, I'm so excited. He's definitely gonna go on my Tokyo Revengers shelf, so excited to find space for him somewhere in that shelf, because it's actually kind of filled to the brim as well. And then I picked up a new series, Phantom Busters. I've been wanting to read the series for such a long time now. It comes up on my For You page on TikTok like a couple times a year, and I'm like, okay, I'll read it eventually. And then I didn't know the physical books had come out. I don't remember. I think I saw it on TikTok, and I was like, you know what? I'm like, okay, I think this is a sign to finally read Phantom Buster. So I looked it up, and turns out the physicals were already out, and there's 2 volumes so far. I do believe volume 3 comes out in April, so I have only read the first volume so far, and let me tell you guys, I absolutely love them all. These are my children. I absolutely love him. We got Mogari, we got Eugene, we got Toman, Tomon, and we got Kaoru. And so the premise is they kind of create a club called the Phantom Busters. The series, the first volume is just kind of them like meeting one another and then recruiting people for this club. And yeah, so Mogari is an exorcist. He can't really see ghosts or spirits, but Kaoru can. Kaoru can actually like physically see them, and he kind of like turns a blind eye because they kind of scare him. And then Tomon, he can talk to them, and a lot of them end up passing to the next life or like moving on. He can't physically see him like Kaoru, but he can definitely like he sees a blob of them and he'll talk to them, and a lot of them move on to the afterlife. And then lastly we have Eugene, who doesn't believe in ghosts. He doesn't believe in spirits or any of that sort. There's always got to be like a scientific reason for it. So yeah, I honestly thought Eugene was going to be like the MC, but it looks like Mogari is the MC. So I'm really excited, kind of excited to like know more of his background and like his family, and same with Kaoru's. And yeah, this is like, I don't know, it kind of like reminds me at the beginning of JJK, especially with like Itadori and his high school classmates doing like a whole cult thing. So that's kind of like what it reminded me of. And I love the designs for the characters. The art style is amazing. So it is really, really funny. Like, there are some panels where I'm like, they are so hilarious. Like, this is the beginning. Like, they are so funny, and I love them. Like, I hope they come out with like official merch. I know they do have a little bit, but hopefully as the series gains more popularity, there'll be more merch. Like I said, this recently just released as far as I know, so I'm excited to start reading them. I do have volume 2, so definitely excited. I've been on the hunt for this for a while because I knew that my local Barnes & Nobles did not have it. And then we went to Barnes & Nobles, they didn't have it, they only had the second volume, and I finally found it at Books A Million. So I was so ecstatic, I was so excited. It was one of the mangas that I was really excited to pick up and start reading. So I'm definitely going to start reading volume 2 here pretty soon. I kind of want to wait until it gets closer to the third volume to release, but I might have to wait. You never know, time flies, and then in the blink of an eye they are gonna have like 10 volumes out and I'm gonna be like behind. But I'm so excited for the series. Highly recommended if you like ghost spirit stuff and funny high schoolers. All right, we're gonna move on to video games and then comics. So there's this like really cool a game store a couple not far away, and I've only been there once with one of my friends, and then this time around I went in. It's a really, really cool place. They have lots of like, it's like walls. They have walls of like DS, Wii games, PlayStation games, and like older retro games as well. And I went in there, and it's always fun to see, but they didn't have anything I really, really wanted until I was looking at the Game Boy section. And in the Game Boy section, I found this Hi Puffy Yumi Kaznapped Game Boy game. I played this a lot growing up. I didn't have a Game Boy, but growing up I had a friend who had like a bunch of consoles. They had like the GameCube, they have a Game Boy, they had DS's, they had all these other cool stuff, and they would let me borrow this game. And this is one of the games I spent so much time playing. And if I'm correct, this does have like a Cartoon Network TV show, if I'm correct. It's been such a long time since I looked into this Yumi series, but the intro is so catchy. Like, the songs are catchy, the characters are catchy, and so I'm excited. And then it kind of hit me afterwards, like, I didn't know, I forgot that like my DS Lite broke. The hinges are broke, and I don't know if it actually works. I haven't like turned it on or anything, but I highly doubt it. It stopped, it like broke maybe by the time I like had to move in with my aunt a couple years ago, and so I do have like a Game Boy Advance. It's like the battery powered one, and I got that years ago too, so I tested it, works perfectly fine. And I also bought a DS Lite, a pink one, just like the one I had. So that should be arriving in the next couple weeks. And I also had bought another console, so you guys might see more of like video game handheld stuff in the future. But I'm so excited for this game. Love it. It's a childhood like childhood memory, so I'm excited that I saw it and for a pretty good price. So yeah. And then the next thing I have is a 3DS game. It has a sticker of the location I don't want to disclose, but this is where I buy all my comics, and they have some video games there. So they have Mario and Sonic at London 2012 Olympic Games. I don't think I have this version. I don't have a lot of the Olympic games. I only have the DS version ones, so it was really cool because it has its manual in the game. And there is a bunch of other Sonic games as well, but one of them didn't have its manual, and the other ones were kind of loose, and I like to have the physical boxes, so yeah. But I'm excited. I love these Sonic Mario games. They're so fun for me, so yeah. I'm excited to start playing these when I get the chance. So I got this little gift from one of the workers at the comic store. We're gonna call him T. T is the one who introduced me to like comic pulls and all this comic stuff. They were the one that helped me get some of my Sonic comics, so it's all thanks to T. And they got me this little cute like McDonald's video game. It still works, but if you guys don't know, like Sonic McDonald's used to have like all these cool like little games like these. I don't think they do them anymore. They just do toys, but it was nostalgic, something to have on my Sonic shelf. So we have Big Cat here, and yeah, I thought it was really cool and such a nice thing from T. So all right, moving on to comic stuff. Definitely have a big comic haul. I haven't been to my comic store in over a month, so yes. So the first item is this oversized comic. It's the greatest superhero team up of all time, the battle of the century, Superman versus the Amazing Spider-Man. It's about $20, and yeah, I've kind of always wanted to have an oversized comics. I think they look good, and I feel like this would just make like a good like something to put up on your wall or just for display purposes. So I heard from T that this is a good like a good comic, so definitely gonna enjoy this. I'm not sure if they're gonna release like the smaller ones, because I did pre-order something similar, or put it in my Comic Geeks thing, something similar to this. So yeah, I'm excited to read this when I get the chance. I'm definitely slowly but surely going through my comics. So all right, here is a fat stack of comics, y'all. So let's get it started. I'm gonna start with some of these that I didn't really put in my pull list, but they were randomly in my pull list, and I didn't realize it because sometimes I don't check, and that's on my fault. That's my part. So yeah, we have Ultimate Wolverine issue 13. I do want to read the rest of the Ultimate series when I get the chance, but I don't want to collect the singles. And then we have Ultimate X-Men. This one, the cover artist is Peach Momoko. I feel like I could recognize her art style anywhere. It's so beautiful. I'm kind of debating on keeping this one, but just like I said, it's just like I don't want to keep single issues. But I'm thinking of maybe gifting these to my partner, because I think he has read these series, and I can't remember if he said they liked them or not, so we'll see. Next I have All New Spider-Gwen Ghost Spider issue 6. I completely forgot about this series. I think I only just have the first 2 issues, but this cover is amazing. I freaking like it. So I think it was a series that I was like testing out to see if I liked, and then just forgot about it. So yeah, but I think I am gonna keep this issue just because I like the cover. So yeah. And then next I have this Venom issue 253. It's not something, I don't really collect Venom, but I know in this series MJ is Venom, so I'm like, okay. Anyways, don't really care for that. And then moving on to my polls. So the first one is Supernatural issue 3. I haven't had the chance to read this series, y'all. So like I said, I'm really behind. There's only a couple series that I'm ahead on, so yeah. And then these covers are also pretty cool, so yeah. And then Sonic Comics, we have issue 83. Here's the first one. So gorgeous. Here's the second one. This is cover A, actually. This is cover B. And then obviously, whoops, wrong one. Cover C. Pretty. I like it. So that's the Sonic. And then I have this free Sonic book day thing. So you see, it's the Archie Comics one. So yeah, really excited to have that in my collection. And then here, I think it's Marvel stuff. So I do have Ultimate Endgame issue 1, something I'm definitely going to collect. I feel like before reading this one, I feel like I should read the rest of the Ultimate series just so I know what's going on. I don't know if I need to, but I think it might be nice just to know. Because here are the characters that are in this series, so I think that's what I'm going to do first. So probably try to read the Ultimate series before jumping into Ultimate Endgame. Like I said, I don't know if I need to, but it'll just be nice. And then I have issue 23 of Ultimate Spider-Man. I think Ultimate Spider-Man has ended or will end because I don't have issue 24. So I'll have to check my comics. But this is a series that I started collecting very late. But I love the art, so I'm like, I need to have it. Here we have Spider-Man, Spider-Boy team up. I think a couple months ago I mentioned there was going to be another Spider-Boy series, so here we are. It looks like he just teams up with a lot of Marvel characters. Yes. I think. I actually don't even know a lot of these characters. You guys, there's just so many characters, sometimes I can't keep up. And then we have, looks like we have 17 through 18 of the Amazing Spider-Man. So here's issue 17, 18, 19, and another 19. I think for this one I originally ordered this one, but that's fine. I like this cover a lot. So I'm excited to read this one. I'm actually finally got caught up to the series. There's a lot going on and it's hurting my brain. And I'm like, what, how did this happen? When did this happen? But yeah, it's actually been pretty good so far. Because I think I had like mixed feelings about it. Like I wasn't liking it, and then I was, and then it kind of dropped, and then it kind of like picked up. So yeah. And then we have Absolute Batman Ark M. I'm not caught up with Absolute Batman, y'all. I think I'm only on issue 3 or 4, but I'm trying, I swear I'm trying. But yeah, I have this. I'm excited to read that when I also get the chance. Here we have Nightwing 133. I haven't gotten to read Nightwing, but if you guys know, the reason I got it because, why is it this way? Dustin does the cover for this, so yeah, I really absolutely love his art, so that's why I get a lot of his covers, even though I don't read the series. And then looks like we just have Absolute Flash issue number 10. Really excited to read this. I'm also caught up with this one, so yeah, the art never fails for me. I think the art is what makes it enjoyable despite a bunch of other factors. And the covers also are so beautiful, so yeah. Then we have Immortal Legend Batman issue number 5. This cover is so gorgeous. It is really beautiful. I love it. But I did read the first issue of Immortal Batman, so yeah, we're only up to 5, so I should be caught up pretty easy. And then we have All Fight Month KO. We have the Red Hood versus Joker. Also picked this up because Dustin did the art cover for this. But I did read the first 2 issues of DCKO, so yeah, speaking of DCKO, here we have issue number 3, so that's really exciting. I like the cover because it's like a pixelated video game type of cover, so, and I think Dan Mora does the art, so yeah. So I'm excited to read that. This has been really exciting. I'm upset about a bunch of characters, but overall it's actually been really enjoyable, so that's been really fun. Here we have Batman issue number 4. I haven't had the chance to read this one, so when I'll get the chance. And then this one is Batman number 5. It's like a Halloween or no, it's a Christmas. I think it's a Christmas cover. It looks like Halloween just because of the colors and the way it looks, but I think it's like more like a Christmas one. This is what the A cover looks like, so I really like this one. This one's really pretty, so yeah. And then here we have Knightfight issues 2 and 3. I've kind of gotten spoiled on this series just because it just kept popping up on my TikTok, so I kind of know what happens. I kind of don't know. It's more like a character design things that I have seen mainly, so yeah. Then I have just Batman Static Beyond. I have issue number 2, and then I have the Dustin art cover as well. So yeah, I haven't read this one yet, so I can't tell you guys what is going on. And then lastly is Batman issue number 28 and 29. I think there was a bunch of, not a lot that I liked for the covers, so that's why I didn't get a lot, but I really do like these 2, so yeah. And that's pretty much it for the comic haul. It is a lot. Yeah, it was like over a month worth of comics, so definitely have to pick up on my comic reading because I have a pile that I haven't read, and then I have a pile that I need to read. So yeah, that's pretty much it for now. We shall see about more comics in the next couple weeks. It's been a little difficult to get out to my comic store right now, so that's all I have to say. I'll see you guys pretty soon whenever I pick up more mangas or comics.